Good afternoon, Ovation Nation, and welcome to the last Pokemon Sword and Shield discussion video that I have for you guys today. I know it's been a long day. Now, you guys definitely watched every single one of them, especially the one up here, but we're getting to the crunch time. We're still not done yet. We have one more video, and that's this video right now for you guys until tomorrow when Pokemon Sword and Shield is going to come out on the channel with LP episode number 1 and my first Rillaboom best sets video. Is a bunch where I'm gonna have a bunch of competitive sets for Rillaboom, like what I've seen with its stats, with its abilities, with its moves, with its items, with the new items in the game, etc., that I think will work with Rillaboom. I'm excited for that video. I'm really excited to see how that's if that's well received with you guys as well, because that's kind of one of the things I want to do on this channel. I'm trying to make it as informative and as entertaining as possible. But here we have the this video. I should probably mention what this video is about, but if you guys read the title, you know what this video is about. We have all of the abilities of all the new Pokemon in this game, along with all the new abilities in this game. This is your ability video, because there are a bunch of new abilities in this game. Along with that, we also know of all the hidden abilities, which are a lot better than the other abilities. Let me just start by telling you that. I hope hidden abilities will become available to us early in the early in this game's life cycle. I really do, because a lot of them are very good. But all in all, I'm excited to start this video. Along with that, if you guys are excited for Pokemon Sword and Shield and are enjoying, and you made it this far, if you guys have watched every single video up until this point that I uploaded today about Pokemon Sword and Shield, go ahead, tell me hashtag I'm the best in the comment section down below. Hashtag I'm the best. Let me know you guys did it. And also, you should watch this update video right here, which explains everything I'm going to be doing from the channel here on out. If you haven't already done that, I'd highly recommend it, because it's very informative and goes over a lot of the things that I have planned, and it's very exciting. This is going to be that's just like my creative outlet. This channel has become my creative outlet. Twitch has become my creative outlet, and you know, Pokésports has become my creative outlet, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. So check it out. Now let's get started with this video, specifically abilities. Now here we have with Rillaboom, and I mean, I guess we could talk about the first 3 starters. They just get your standard Overgrow, Blaze, Torrent, like all starters do, but their hidden abilities are what's super interesting to me. You get Grassy Surge on Rillaboom. That's super interesting. It's reminding me a lot of Tapu Bulu, but instead it doesn't have that stupid weakness to poison, like that 4 times weakness to poison. Like that fairy type did nothing for Tapu Bulu. I'm sorry if you feel that way, but it had no fairy physical stab that it can use. It really did nothing for Bulu. So Rillaboom could just be a better Bulu, in my opinion, with Grassy Surge. Continuing on, we have Cinder Ace with Libero. We will talk about what that does later, but I think it's enough to make this Pokemon Ubers. Straight off the bat, I know we're a VGC channel. We don't really consider, we don't really talk about Smogon tiers too much, but I have a feeling it's gonna be Ubers. I don't think it's gonna be that great in VGC. The same way that Greninja was good and was sent to Ubers, because it was really good in singles, but it wasn't too great in VGC, so it wasn't that serious. Because anything frail in VGC just kind of gets knocked away. But okay, you guys will see what I'm talking about. What Libero does. It's a new ability, so we'll talk about it later on, because I do have a whole section of this video dedicated to new abilities. Now, moving on, we have Inteleon with Sniper. Very good. It does more critical damage if it gets crits. I mean, I don't know if it has a move that raises its critical accuracy, but there it is. Also included in this video are all of the stats for these Pokemon, by the way. If you guys just want to take a look at that. I'm not going to go over stats, because that's just me repeating numbers over and over. But all in all, I mean, stats are I'm gonna go over specifically for the individual set videos. Like when a Pokemon is given their best sets videos, that's when I go over all their stats and through a lot of detail. But here I'm just looking at the abilities. Continuing on, we have Orbeetle, which is given Swarm and Frisk or Telepathy. I think Frisk would probably be the best for this Pokemon. Looking at these stats, Orbeetle looks very tanky. It looks kind of average on speed and kind of average on special attack. So I don't know what Telepathy will really do against for it or against it. I guess you protect yourself from Surf, from Earthquake, from discharges, but none of those are really like one-shotting or Orbeetle at all, I don't think, not with those defenses. So I definitely go for Frisk. That's just my opinion. Continuing on, we have Corviknight with Pressure, Unnerve. And let me just say this right now, I think Unnerve is going to be really good, and because there seems to be a lot of berry. If you guys didn't already watch the last video where I go over all of the moves in this game, there are a lot of berry oriented moves in my opinion. And I didn't have an item video because there aren't that many new items to talk about, but there are, all the berries are in the game again, so this is going to be a berry filled game. So I think Unnerve will be actually very good in this meta. Next we have Greedent with Cheek Pouch or Gluttony. Obviously Gluttony is better. You want Gluttony here, and that's the situation you'll see with a lot of these Pokemon. It's that their hidden abilities are just significantly better than ability 1 and 2s, which is kind of sad because hidden abilities are kind of difficult to get right off the bat. I don't know exactly how we go about getting them, but I want them. Following on, we have Thievul, which has Runaway, Unburden, and Stakeout. I do believe Stakeout is a newer move. I don't, and if it is an older move, then I have never heard of it before. I've never seen it used. Unburden is nice. You break a berry, you get double speed. Sounds good. You break an item, you get double speed. It sounds really good. I'm totally down for Unburden. Thievul's stats though doesn't impress me at all. It is not impressive. It's base 455 total, so it can't be that damn good. But whatever, it's there. Unburden would be the best for that Pokemon. Obstagoon coming in Dark Normal with Reckless Guts and Defiant all the way. I said this on my Pokemon Esports podcast, you guys should definitely check out. I said that I think the most intimidating thing for me about VGC this season is going to be Intimidate. There's a lot of Intimidators still in this game, like Arcanine, like Gyarados, like Mawile. Even though Mawile is terrible, but you get my drift. There's a lot of Intimidators. Oh, Hitmontop. There's a lot of Intimidators in this game. So I think Defiant users and competitive users will definitely have a lot of time to shine here. And on top of that, there's a lot of stat dropping moves in this game. There's a lot of stat dropping moves. If you guys, I mean, I keep referencing back older videos. That's why I think you guys should just watch this in order so you guys understand what's going on. But in my last video, I talked about what's it called? I talked about like all of the new moves in this game, and almost all of them lower a stat. Almost all of them raise a stat. Like Defiant is gonna be so good, in my opinion. Why not use Defiant? Carrying on, we have Double, which gets Fluffy or Bulletproof. You don't want Steadfast. I honestly think Fluffy is better. Fluffy is just a lot better, because I'd rather be defensive against everything but weak to fire than, you know, ooh, oh my god, he can't hit me with a Shadow Ball. Well, he already can't hit you with a Shadow Ball, you're a normal type. But you know what I mean. Dreadnought coming with Strong Jaw, Shell Armor, or Swift Swim. Now this is an interesting one. I don't know which would be better. I don't actually know which would be better, whether it's Strong Jaw or Swift Swim. I guess it depends on the scenario. If you're on a Rain team, then Swift Swim, because base 74 speed, and like you're not that slow. You can double up, get to 178, and you could be very fast and very, very threatening. But Strong Jaw, you'd probably do so much damage with Strong Jaw. So does it really matter if you're fast if you can't do damage? I guess that's just one way of looking at it. But yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I like Strong Jaw better. But whatever. Boltund, also with Strong Jaw, but also gets competitive. Now, I stick to what I said before. I think competitive will be very good, and since Boltund is a mixed attacker, he can go either way. He can go physical, he can go special, he doesn't care. So Strong Jaw would be your physical, and then competitive would be your special. Personally, I think competitive is better. Strong Jaw is more reliable, I guess. Actually, maybe yeah, Strong Jaw is reliable because then all of your attacks are stronger rather than you getting +2. That's a tough one. Let me know what you guys think about that one down below. What do you think is better, competitive or Strong Jaw and Boltund? Also hashtag Pupper. Continuing on, we have Eldegoss, which is Cotton Down, Regenerator, and Effect Spore. I don't know why they gave it Effect Spore. Whatever. No one wants Effect Spore. Everyone's gonna do Cotton Down, and there's no doubt about it. I mean, I guess you could pull off Regenerator too, but I say Cotton Down all the way, which we'll talk about later. Centiskorch, Firebug, Flash Fire, White Smoke, and Flame Body. I'm thinking Flash Fire is the best there. There's no contest. Flame body seems kind of stupid. Like, why would you even give it flame body? Oh, if you touch me I burn you, maybe sometimes 30%. No, I'd rather have Flash Fire and just have you immune to fire, which is actually a neutral attack on you because you're half bug type. Colossal, rock and fire. You get steam engine, flame body, or Flash Fire. I'd say steam engine if you can live it, which looks like it can. It has base 100 HP, 120 defense, 90 special defense. It looks like you can live a fire, maybe not a water move. Actually, no, you're rock and fire. I say that Flash Fire is the best because you're not living a water move. A rock fire type, you're not living a water move. So what's the point of steam engine? You can't even live the attack. Whatever. Then we have Barraskewda with Swift Swim. This Pokemon already has 136 base speed. On top of Swift Swim, you are the fastest mon in the game, right? There's no contest there. And just to make matters worse, let's add a Choice Scarf, boys. I don't see that's so fast that I don't even know if it's necessary. Like, you'll be outspeeding some Pokemon under Tailwind if you have Rain. Like, that is so fast. But I don't think it's necessary because 136 would really need to be that fast. You multiply that by 2, you're zooming. You're Sonic the Hedgehog. You're not even a Barracuda anymore. But okay, we don't know what Propeller Tail does. I guess we'll talk about it later on. Following, we have Berserker. Steel type, has Battle Armor, Tough Claws, Steely Spirit. We don't know what Steely Spirit is. We'll talk about it later. But Tough Claws is really good, especially since the majority of the moves that Berserker does learn do get boosted with Tough Claws. Like, they have the Tough Claws boost included. And also, not to mention, 110 attack is nothing to laugh at. That's a lot of attack. Alchemy, Sweet Veil, or Aroma Veil. I personally think Aroma Veil would be better. But that's just because I can't remember what Sweet Veil is. Flapple, Grass Dragon, has Ripen, Gluttony, Hustle. Okay, it has Hustle, so it'll be hitting harder. That's interesting. And then Appleton has Thick Fat. Oh my god. Wait, they'll remove his 4 times ice weakness and just make it 2 times. That's crazy. That's good. That's really good. Appleton. Okay, Thick Fat, best one on Appleton for sure. Surfetch gets forget Steadfast. Surfetch gets Scrappy. He can hit ghost types. That is really good. He has 135 attack. Its defenses are good. It's a little slow, but whatever. We can deal. We can deal. But okay, it gets Scrappy. That's super good. Then we have Galarian Stunfisk, gets Mimicry. Is that new? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't quite know what Mimicry does, but I guess we'll find out later. Cool. Cursula gets Weak Armor and Perish Body. Perish Body. I really hope... that's new, right? Weak Armor is interesting too, because if you get hit, you get speed or something. Like, it's something like that. But Perish Body is the one I'm really interested in. I guess we'll see that one later. Grimmsnarl, you get Prankster, Frisk, or Pickpocket. I think your best bet here is definitely Prankster. Because you ain't that fast. You're like base 60. So if you get a good status move off, that'd be really useful. Especially if it's like a, I don't know, a defense buff or something scary. Hatterene or Hatterene gets Healer, Anticipation, or Magic Bounds. Okay. I think that for singles, Magic Bounds is definitely the better one. For doubles, Anticipation is definitely the better one, and Healer might also be better for doubles too. So I think yeah, if it were me picking, I'd go with Healer or Anticipation. Actually no, I'd go with Healer. Anticipation isn't that necessary. Galarian Weezing, Poison Fairy, gets Levitate, Neutralizing Gas, or Misty Surge. Oh my god, it gave it 2 good abilities. It gave it Misty Surge or Neutralizing Gas. I still think the Neutralizing Gas is better. It's just removing abilities is so strong. Like, it is so strong, especially with your, if you pair it with a partner Pokemon, is definitely so strong. Next we have Copperajah, which gets Sheer Force, which I think is honestly good, but then it offers me the option of heavy metal, which doubles this Pokemon's weight, right? It like increases this Pokemon's weight, and I think there was a statistic that showed that Caparaja was already like the third heaviest Pokemon, not including Celesteela, in the game. So that if you make it even more, and it does get heavy slam, like that's just ridiculous amount of damage. I don't know if Iron Head boosted sheer forces are better, or if heavy metal boosted heavy slams are better. I can't decide. I guess it depends on the Pokemon you're going against too, so I guess the more reliable one would be the sheer force, but damn dude, heavy metal is so tantalizing. Then you have Cramorant. You know what it does. It spits back a Barracuda at you, or Pikachu. Continuing. Now we have Toxtricity, which has Punk Rock plus or minus, depending on the gender, I'm guessing, or Technician. I don't quite know what Punk Rock does, but if it gets Technician, I would also have to see the moves. Technician is just always good, especially since this Pokemon kind of looks like it gets a Fake Out form, or a Fake Out-ish move at some point. Like I said, I'd have to see the moves, and I'd also have to know what Punk Rock does to make a better decision on that one, but whatever. Take it for what we have. Next we have Sandaconda, Ground, which Sand Spit, which we don't know what it is, Shed Skin, or Sand Veil. That Pokemon just doesn't impress me at all. I'm just like, God, maybe I'm wrong, but Sandaconda just seems like a wasted spot. I'm sorry. Next we have Runegrigus with Wandering Spirit, which is really good. If a Pokemon makes contact with you, or if you make contact with a Pokemon, you swap abilities. That's so good. That's interesting. You can literally just get whatever ability or take away whatever ability you have. If a Pokemon leads with an Intimidator, you can just hit them, and then you get the Intimidate on their side. So that, like, all in all, it's just really good. Next we have Galarian Rapidash. The only one here that you really want to worry about is Pastel Veil, which just heals all poison in your party or something like that. It's a new ability and pretty much just nerfs poison pretty well, so that's good. Poison needs a nerf, especially toxic poison. You guys gets weak armor or cursed body. I think cursed body is better. I don't know. I guess you could see situations where weak armor would be better, but something that's interesting about Poltegeist is the fact that it gets Shell Pass, not that it gets weak armor. Indeedee coming in now. The male and female, I don't know which is which, but looks like their attack and their special attack and their special defense flip-flop. And one is faster than the other, one has more defense than the other. Actually, their stats are actually very different now that I'm looking more at it. But both of them get Psychic Surge, both of them get Synchronized. One gets Own Tempo, and one gets Inner Focus. So Own Tempo can't be confused, Inner Focus can't be flinched. All in all, I think Psychic Surge is still the best one out of all of them. Just removing priority moves entirely is really good. So I totally go with Psychic Surge for both of those. Morpeko has Hunger Switch, which when it uses Aura Wheel, it switches the move, which is Aura Wheel, by the way, since we just learned in like 2 episodes ago, has 110 base power, 100% accurate. What? That's so much damage. Wait, what's Morpeko's physical attack? 95. That's nothing to laugh at, especially when you're hitting at 110 base power with a move. That's really good. But yeah, it switches between electric and dark type over and over. Next we have Phalanx with Defiant, also another Defiant mon. Like I said, Defiant is just gonna be very good. Frostmoth with Shield Dust or Ice Scales, which I guess we'll learn later, but I'm assuming it's better than Shield Dust because I've never heard of Shield Dust, but I know I've heard of Shield Dust, but it's been I'd never see it on a Pokemon. Grapploct gets Limber or Technician. You definitely want to go with Technician there. Pinchurin gets Lightning Rod or Electric Surge. That's a toss-up. That's up to you. I mean, do you really need Lightning Rod if you're an Electric type? I mean, in doubles maybe, but I don't think Pinchurin is going to be a doubles Pokemon, even though it has a lot of attack. It's super slow, but has a lot of attack. Actually, maybe it'll be a good Trick Room on, but it has like no HP though. That's the only downside. Mr. Rhyme, Psychic Ice, has Screen Cleaner, Ice Body, or Tangled Feet. Screen Cleaner just seems like the best one. We'll go over it later. Ice Body's okay too, but it's not fantastic. Darmanitan, Guerrilla Tactics, or Zen Mode. And then Zen Mode gives you an Ice Fire type. That's cool. Wait, that's really cool. An ice fire type. I can't think of it at the top of my head. And you get base 160 in Zen mode. Oh my god, wait. Zen mode literally gives you 135 speed and 160 attack, and then doesn't change your defenses at all. But then again, you have to get below half HP for it. I don't know what Guerrilla Tactics does, but Zen mode's looking pretty nice for me right now. Stone Joiner gets Power Spot, we don't know what it is. Isu gets Ice Face, we don't know what it is either, but it looks like his stats change with face on or face off. Okay. He gets faster with face off, and he's tankier with face on. Interesting. Duraludon now gets Stalwart, which we don't know what it does, but it also gets Light Metal and Heavy Metal. We have Dracozolt, and then we have our fossil group here. Dracozolt, okay, they all get kind of the same thing. Well, not really. Dracozolt gets Volt Absorb, Hustle, Sand Rush. I think best one there is Volt Absorb. Next one, Arctozolt gets Volt Absorb, Static, or Slush Rush. Oh my god. I actually don't know, man. They both get Slush or Sand Rush too as hidden abilities. There's so many options for these things now. Dragovich gets Water Absorb, Strong Jaw, or Sand Rush. Strong Jaw there actually might be good on that mon. That's pretty cool. Then Arctovish gets Water Absorb, Ice Body, Slush Rush. Damn, dude. I would love to see, like, I would love to see. Also, I just saw something that I'm terrified at. Is that 1,125 base stats for Eternamax Eternatus? There's no way that's competitively illegal, right? There's no way that's gonna be illegal at any point, right? What? Okay, continuing. I forgot what I was talking about. I just got totally confused the second I saw that stat. Yeah, I want to see like hail teams and sand teams. Like we always see sun teams, we always see rain teams. I want to see hail and sand. Like those are things that we don't see anymore just because they're so bad. So I love that they gave Sand Rush and Slush Rush to some Pokemon, especially some strong Pokemon. These fossils all have 505 base stats. They're nothing to laugh at all. So that's super cool. Dragapult, which I think is going to be a very, very good Pokemon, gets Clear Body, Curse Body, Infiltrator. I think Clear Body is the best one here. But the reason I think it's going to be a good Pokemon, base 142 speed, man. That's so fast. It's almost as fast as Zacian. But, you know, that's a pseudo legend for you. Now we have Zacian gets Intrepid Sword. We don't know what it does yet, but it also does get a sword form. And then Zamazenta gets Dauntless Shield, which, you know, also gets a shield form. And then Eternatus gets Pressure because Pressure. And we also talked about those 1,125 base stats. But next, we're going to be going over all the new abilities. This went on a lot longer than I thought. I'm sorry. But we're going to be going over the new abilities and seeing what, you know, they actually do. Because we saw the names here, but we didn't actually see what they do. So let's go ahead and see what they do. All right, here we have the new abilities. Ball Fetch, we know what it does. That's okay, we're not even gonna read that one. It's not good. Now we have Calm Down, which is for Eldegoss and Glossifleur. When a Pokemon with this ability is hit by a move, the speed of the attacking Pokemon is decreased by 1 stage, which is nice. It's good. Like I said, decreasing stages is decreasing stats is a very big prominence in this generation. I'm just seeing it again with Calm Down. Next, we have Dauntless Shield. Boosts the Pokemon's defense when the Pokemon enters a battle. So you just walk into this battle, and you got plus defense. That's what I like to see. Guerrilla Tactics. This one's the one that Galarian and Darmanitan had, and we didn't know what it was. Boosts the Pokemon's attack stat, but only allows the use of the first selected move. That's interesting. I actually don't know if that or Zen mode is better. Because then essentially you can only use one move, right? You have 4 chosen, but you can only use one of them. That's definitely different and interesting. Okay, whatever. I kind of like Zen mode better. It seems a little bit more reliable than that one. But okay, raises Pokemon attack stat. Now we have Gulp Missile. After using Surf for Dive, Cramorant will turn this into its Gulping form. If it takes damage, it will damage the attacker. Okay, cool. Cramorant, just a standard gimmick mon. I love it. Hunger Switch, we already talked about Hunger Switch. It's kind of easy to understand. You just switch between Full Belly mode and Hangry mode. Now we have Ice Face. The Pokemon's Ice... This is for Askew, by the way. The Pokemon's Ice Face can take a physical attack as a substitute. Okay, so a physical Mimikyu, I guess. But the attack also changes the Pokemon's appearance. The ice will be restored when it hails. This is what I like to see. More ice related, like more hail related team gimmicks. That's cool. If that Pokemon gets like really good status moves, that could be a very, very like safe support mon, I think. Okay, that's cool. Ice Scales. The Pokemon is protected by Ice Scales, which have the damage taken from special. Who gets that? Frosmoth? Hello? Wait a minute. Where is it? Numon's in it. Frosmoth, what are your stats? It already has base 90. A little slow. It has base 90 already. And it halves the damage taken? That's nuts. That's what I like to see. Holy crap. Oh, that's really good. Intrepid Sword boosts the Pokemon's attack when the Pokemon enters battle. That's Zacian and Zamazenta, if you guys didn't notice before. I thought I didn't mention. I thought I wouldn't mention it because, whatever. Next we have Libero, which is the very, very good one. It's essentially a Protean. So you have your Scorbunny 30 Evo with a Protean, and it gets such good coverage moves. It gets Gunk Shot. It gets Iron Head. I think it gets Zen Headbutt. Like, it gets such good coverage moves, and on top of that, you get the Protean Stab with all of them. So that is super, super good. Now we have Mimicry, which changes the Pokemon's type depending on the terrain. That one is Galarian Stunfisk, I think, that gets that move. Yes, Galarian Stunfisk. Now we have Mirror Armor, bounces back only the stat lowering effects of that Pokemon receives. So it'll bounce back Intimidates. Cool. Neutralizing Gas, we know it suppresses all the abilities of the Pokemon in battle. Then Pastel Veil, we also know prevents the Pokemon with its ability and its allies from being affected by poison. Also heals allied poisons when sent out. Perish Body, when hit by a move that makes direct contact, the Pokemon and attacker will faint after 3 turns unless they switch out of battle. So Galarian, Cursula, and Corsola both get a free Perish song if they take physical damage. Holy crap, that's really good. And it just forces you to switch at that point. It probably won't kill you every time, but it'll force you to switch every time, which is definitely threatening. Power Spot, just being next to the Pokemon powers up moves. Just being next to the Pokemon powers up moves. That's Stonejourner that has that one. Okay, being next to the Pokemon powers up moves. I wonder what that means. It doesn't really go into much details, but okay, I'm interested. Okay, Stonejourner, you got my attention. Next, we have Propeller Tail, ignores the effects of opposing Pokemon's abilities and moves that draw in moves. So, okay, so it's the same thing as Snipe Shot, but as an ability. Okay, so I definitely think that maybe Swift Swim is still better for Barraskewda. Next, we have Punk Rock, which boosts the power of sound-based moves. This Pokemon also takes half damage from these kinds of moves. Okay, so Toxtricity also has that exclusive move that we talked about before. It's also a sound-based move. It was actually pretty good. Now we learn that he has Punk Rock, which increases all sound-based moves, and there's also another item in the game that every time you use a sound-based move, you get a +1 in special attack. So I could see a lot of things happening with Toxtricity in my future. definitely interesting. Now you have Ripen, which ripens berries and doubles their effect. That includes stat boosting berries. Damn, that is really good. Sand Spit. The Pokemon creates a sandstorm when it's hit by an attack. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of like Sandstream, but a little worse because you have to get hit for it to happen. But okay, that's cool. You create a sandstorm. Then Screen Cleaner. When the Pokemon enters battles, the effect of Light Screen, Reflect, and Aura Veil are nullified for both the opposing Pokemon and ally Pokemon. Okay, so that includes yourself. Okay, Mr. Rhyme. Stalwart ignores the effects of opposing Pokemon's abilities and moves that draw in moves. Okay, so the same thing as Propeller Tail. Duraludon also gets the same thing as Propeller Tail. It's literally the same thing. Word for word, verbatim, the same thing. Steam Engine. When a Pokemon with Steam Engine is hit by a fire or water type move, its speed is increased by 3 stages. Does not make you immune. And make sure to show that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that's gonna be that good because you will still die. And no one's gonna hit you with a fire move. I hate to break it to you. Next we have Steely Spear, which powers up ally steel type moves. So that's the one Berserker has. Okay, that's cool. It powers up steel type moves. Then we have Wandering Spirit, which I already talked about with Rune Egregious. So that is all of the moves, abilities that we have for you guys today. I hope you guys did enjoy. This is a little bit shorter than the last one, but it's still pretty long, so I'm sorry about that. I'll try to cut it as much as I can. But I don't know about you guys, but after watching all 3 of these videos, or all 4 of these videos, 'cause I know you guys did watch all of them, I'm super excited for this game. If you are, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if I haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow for our first ever episode of Pokemon Sword and Shield, and also our first ever set builder with Rillaboom. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Ovation.